What is Tantra? Tantra is life. My inspiration for my women's courses, which is called the Living Tantra series, emerged from really just realizing that Tantra is living, it's being juicy, it's forming community, it's having loving, authentic relations. It's about not denying any part of the human experience and not attaching to some stupid cultural construct that says that we have to live in a certain way, namely become educated, get a job, sell our soul to the bank, sacrifice everything for our family, and then die. That's an exaggerated form of the cultural conditioning, but there's a lot of truth in that. So Tantra is a life actually lived. It's realizing that we have dark, we have light, and both are beautiful. And when they meet in the center of the heart, we meet each other as whole beings. And that wholeness comes from a recognition that we have masculine and feminine energies. And, you know, a big part of the tantric journey for myself and for the clients I work with is to really meet their other half, you know, this other half that lives inside of them. So there is so much suffering in our world because people are looking for the other half outside of themselves. They're desperately waiting for the one that's going to rescue them out of their suffering, or they're desperately waiting for the one that they're with to show up and rescue them and be their other half and create wholeness for them. It's never going to happen. It's our own other half that we need to meet so that we have this beautiful relationship right here. And there's so much in spirituality and in self-development that says we have to love ourselves first. But I feel like it can be spoken about as this mental exercise that really doesn't show people how to embody that. You know, people are still having that void that they're wanting to fill, whereas Tantra, what it did for me, it went, okay, there's this masculine energy that's inside of you that you can cultivate so that you're no longer feeling like there's this huge part of you missing that you have to find in somebody else. And likewise for men, you don't need to find your feminine out there in addictions or through a woman. You know, find your emotional body outside of yourself. It's right in here. So for a woman, it's like the hardest thing for us to do is to really hold our awareness and be in a space of non-attachment and be direct and focused and on purpose, I feel. So cultivating our own masculine can really help us with that. And yeah, there are so many beautiful practices in Tantra that help you to feel your own masculine, feel your own balls, feel your own wakefulness, feel your own strength and capacity to take action in a very direct and penetrative way. And for men, there's beautiful practices in Tantra to help you come into your sensitivity, into your longing for intimacy, into your playfulness and your emotional body. So, you know, we live in a world where gender wars are very potent, and it's because we haven't healed them internally. So Tantra is a place where we can do that, where we can find this inner union and then experience sacred union with another. And love in a tantric framework is a healing modality. Sex within a tantric framework is a healing modality. How can we relate with all of our bodies, all of our hearts, all of our consciousness with another, with ourselves in a way that expands us into remembering that we're all one, that anything that's not love, that's not freedom is an illusion. So to me, Tantra is life. It's wholeness, it's community, it's a celebration of the human experience. There's this huge misconception that Tantra is all about sex. Tantra isn't all about sex. It just doesn't exclude it. In fact, Tantra excludes nothing. It is all inclusive of everything in the human experience, including sexuality. And Tantra actually sees sexuality as a beautiful experience that expands us into remember who we really are. It sees sexuality as the ultimate expression of oneness here and with another. It sees orgasmic energy as a healing modality, which helps you to flush tension and trauma and stress out of the body and feel and welcome in pleasure and life force energy. So sexuality is definitely a part of Tantra, because Tantra is life and sexuality is part of life. So yes, we celebrate it, but it's one piece of the pie. And then there's lots of other pieces of the pie, like meeting your unconscious, like feeling what it's like to live in a community of beings who are honest with each other, like expressing your emotional body instead of shutting it down, like carrying yourself in a way that you've never carried yourself before because you didn't let yourself stand tall and claim your space in the world, like realizing that your inner child deserves your undivided attention and that you can be there for that child, and you don't need to employ a partner or a teacher to play parent, that you are actually your best parent and your best teacher. It also will show you your contrasexual self. It'll show you the part of you that isn't your gender. So if you're in a male body, you'll discover your feminine energy, your playfulness, your joy, your creativity, your emotional body. And if you're in a female body, you'll discover your masculine, your awareness, your focus, your direction. So it's a pie and it creates wholeness. So if you're ready to feel like a whole being instead of someone who constantly feels like something is missing that they're trying to fill with other people and events and addictions, if you're ready to feel whole in here that's dependent on nothing other than the beating of your own heart and the life force energy that is pulsing through your whole body, and this awakening that's right here that is always in joy, even when there's pain, then come and check out our temple, come and check out our school. There's resources on our website, lots of blogs to help you, online courses, retreats, workshops. What we've done is create a plethora of different options that you can take on your path toward becoming whole, on your path toward embracing the whole human experience. So I hope that we're somewhat of a torch for you in difficult times and beautiful times to make it all even more wonderful.